Is your anxiety calling the shots in your life? Are you allowing your anxious mind to make your decisions? Hello and welcome to my channel, Living My 2.0. I am Julia and I am a mindset and anxiety coach. And today we're going to be talking about decision making and how when you have anxiety, many of the decisions you make are being chosen by your anxious mind and by your anxiety and not by you, and how to fix this so that you can start making better and more aligned decisions in your life. So if you suffer from chronic anxiety, you know that you're mostly spending your day in an anxious state of mind, which means by default, a lot of the decisions that you make in your life are going to be decided when you are in an anxious state. And you may not think that this is a problem. You may think that it's just, what you're dealing with. It's nothing to worry about. But the thing is, the decisions that you make when you are in an anxious state are not the ones that you would make if you were in a level-headed and healthy mindset. That is the thing. So the decisions you make when you are feeling anxious compared to the decisions you would make when you are feeling happy and positive and relaxed and at ease are very, very different decisions. So a lot of the time, the decisions that you will make when you are in an anxious state are going to be coming from a place of fear and from a place of negativity. And that is something that I definitely experienced when I used to suffer with anxiety. Now that I'm on the other side of it and I overcame anxiety, I can really reflect back on the person that I used to be and the decisions that I used to make, and I can really clearly see how they are so different from the decisions that I would have made today. And a lot of the decisions lied in a place of fear and making decisions out of my comfort zone and being afraid to even consider something outside of my comfort zone because anxiety kept me in a place of just feeling so anxious and uncertain and afraid of trying new things. It kept me in a very fearful state of mind. So one example I could share is that when I used to suffer with anxiety, I would take a lot of different workout classes. I would do a lot of online classes where you pick the type of workout and the type of program that you want to do. And a lot of the time I was geared towards taking the really fast pace and really intense programs. So HIIT programs and cardio-based programs, that's the type of workouts that I used to do. And I remember I was taking a program one day. I was in the middle of a program and it was mostly high intensity, but it also included some slow, easy exercises as well. And one of those exercises was yoga. And for me, I couldn't handle yoga when I used to have anxiety. I learned from trying to do yoga on multiple occasions that whenever I tried, it would rev up my anxiety and I wasn't able to get into that peaceful, relaxed state that anxiety helps you get into because my mind was always just so anxious and on edge all of the time. So I couldn't enjoy yoga. Fast forward to this year when I am living the first full year of my life without having anxiety anymore. I have actually grown to love yoga. It is actually one of my preferred methods of working out because I love the way that it combines stillness and just stretching and just feeling at ease and just really going slowing down for that part of your day while you're doing a practice and just being really present and quiet with yourself. Those are the things I love about yoga now, but the old version of me that used to struggle with anxiety would have never chose to do yoga if it was up to me. I hated doing yoga. It didn't feel good to me, and that's because my anxious mind just couldn't handle the idea of yoga and I didn't feel all the positive benefits of doing it. So that is just one example of how the decisions that you make in your life really change if you are making them from an anxious mindset versus a healthy and balanced and relaxed mindset. So I invite you, now that you know this information, to evaluate some of the recent choices that you've made in your life and see if you can see that that certain choice that you're thinking about was made out of a place of anxiety anxiety or not. And if you suffer with anxiety as much as I used to, if you consider your anxiety to be in a chronic state and you experience it often, you will find that a lot of the decisions that you make on a daily basis are rooted from a place of anxiety. And the thing is, when you're living in a state of anxiety, it is such an unnatural state. We are not meant to live in a chronic state of anxiety. It's just not how we were born to be. It's something that we pick up and adapted as we were growing up, and it's a state that a lot of people unfortunately live in, and myself used to be included in that statistic, but it's not how you are meant to be. You are meant to be able to find peace and joy and easily in your day. You're not meant to be chronically anxious and feeling negative and thinking negative things all of the time. So if that's the way you're currently living your life, there is change that can be done to move you from the state you're currently in and navigate you to a better, more positive state. When it comes to negative thinking and making decisions out of an anxious state, you really have to look at the thoughts that you have going on in your head. You really have to evaluate and be aware of the thoughts that you entertain on a day-to-day basis. And that's exactly why I made my free resource called the Mindset Assessment Guide. And what it will do is allow you to look at some questions and evaluate where you're currently at with your mindset, if you tend to lean more towards the negative side or not. And in this guide, I further explain the relationship between anxiety and negative thinking and how those things work together, and how if you really want to start creating positive change in your life, you really have to tackle the negative thinking and your anxiety together. So go download my guide to learn more about that. I'll put a link in the description below. And once you read through it, you're going to be amazed at the information that I've included in there. You're going to learn about things that you've never heard of before, and it's going to really open your eyes. And once you see the connection between negative thinking and anxiety, and you realize that there's some work that has to be done on your mindset and with your anxiety, and you really want to start creating more positive change in your life, that's what my course, Shift Your Mindset 101, is all about. It is the basics and the fundamental course that you need, the 101 information that you need to learn in order to start taking charge of how you feel, start improving your mindset, and start reducing your anxiety with really effective methods and practices that you can start implementing today. And I will teach you through the course how to start implementing these changes into your life so that you can create positive change in your life and you can improve upon your anxiety and also create a more positive mindset, because a positive mindset will take you so far in life more than a negative mindset ever will. So a positive mindset, a happy mindset, reduced anxiety, and more confidence in your ability to create the life that you truly want to live. That's what's waiting for you inside Shift Your Mindset 101. So if you're interested, I will leave the link below, and I hope that you check it out. And I really feel super strongly about this course, that it is just the perfect course to get you started on your mindset journey and to get you started about really getting serious about managing your anxiety and tackling your anxiety and starting to reduce it. This is the course you need, so I hope that you will check it out. That about wraps up today's video. Before you go, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this topic. And also be sure to go follow me on my Instagram. We have just hit over 600 followers on there, and I show up on Instagram every day sharing more of this mindset and anxiety tips and resources that you need in order to start improving your life. So make sure that you go follow me on Instagram so you don't miss any of the valuable tips that I share. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.